I'm a carer support worker and my job is to support working carers. Carers are often referred to us when they've reached the end of their tether. They're struggling to balance their caring role with their work commitments.
The support available at our service ranges from drop-in sessions where we try and engage with employers and provide that support in work time so that working carers can come to us and ask us any advice or questions they may have. It might be something to do specifically with a health and social care issue, or it might be something to do with problems at work. We also provide support for benefits for the person that they look after. We can encourage the carer as well to highlight what their barriers are, why they're not managing at the moment, and try and get them to think creatively about other options, and we can support them to do that. So for example, if it was they were struggling to fit appointments in with their work, we might encourage them to look for a different job or think about stepping into a less stressful role or compressing their hours. Or I've had some people who've taken career breaks so that they can provide the care and support for the loved one and step back into work at a later date.
When I first went, I didn't engage. I went because I thought, oh, gated carers, right, there's my solution. So I went there and I just thought naively, I thought they would say, right, if you do A, B and C, he will stop using this, that and the other. And obviously that isn't going to happen. So I went away and I didn't go for months, and then, I realised I need something, so I would go back. And that time I did engage, and once I engaged, my life it's just got better, and my son's has as well, actually, because even though he is still using, he understands there are complicated carers, he understands I need support, and he's kind of grown with it as well, So yeah, I would just don't try and do it all on your own. It's too hard.
We also have services here where the working carer can access funding for short breaks so they can have some respite from the caring role. They can also access training such as caring with confidence and how to deal with stress.
I contacted the carers and I got allocated a support worker. And I've seen her on a regular basis, really, and she was always at the other end of the phone. And initially, that initial appointment, I went with a friend, which was helpful as well, because my friend was able to help support and give information and take in information as well. And then the support worker, she also, directed me towards things and helped us, really. She contacted people where I could seek some support from my son as well, and I seen her on a fairly regular basis, and she helped me normalize it, but feel like I wasn't, that I wasn't the only one. This happened to other people, and she also further down the line she sought counselling for me, which was just totally invaluable, really, and all the contact I had with the support worker was really, really helpful.
They don't sort of preach to you or dictate anything, they'll listen to your problems and then they can point you in the right direction of, what to do, what not to do, but everything's your own decision. Initially, it's just a great place to offload where you're not going to be judged by anyone, and obviously there's other people there who are in a very similar situation. But just the support to know that I could pick up the phone and have regular appointments and just discuss what was going on, but they have offered a lot of practical help as well, I have to say.
I think the counselling that I was directed towards helped, and that helped me work through, and also the support worker helped me work on things like boundaries and things, techniques, if you like, of sort of dealing with the situation, really. But I think the counselling was a good, really, really good support for me, and it just allows you to talk. It also allowed me to talk in the carers in a really supportive environment where I didn't feel like I was judged, or that I felt ashamed of talking about what the issues were. So I think, you know, just that alone, and I think that the support workers as well can share their own experience with you, which is helpful as well.
In terms of support, we can also assist people in trying to educate their employers around the caring role. So we encourage them to use our carer passport that we've devised, and that outlines the impacts that caring has on them, and they can pass that to the line manager. And sometimes it's a way of encouraging those conversations and making sure that their employers got all the information so they can support them to the best of their ability. And we also, within the toolkit, have a document which outlines the caring rights for the working carer, so they are aware of what they're entitled to and what they're not entitled to, which can be really useful for people.
How it helped me personally in my household was because things that they suggested and offered, although my husband and my daughter don't go to gated carers, I can take their advice home and like roll it out there, and you know, kind of just say to them, right, you know, the next time this happens, we're not going to do this or that, we're going to try this. And then, so, you know, they're getting the help as well. It's not just me. Although I'm his mum, you know, the impact on the rest of the family is massive. And even some extended family and other relations. But within that household, it can become hell. So, yeah, the advice they give me, then I pass on to other family members. So it's great. We all owe a lot to gated carers, actually, not just me.